Ladies, gentlemen, everything in
seconds
between, you've had a break from my sultry tones for quite some time now, but even a car driven by Jesse James is not enough to get me out of the casting booth. I'm running tail, taking you through this knockout game in the playoffs of Division 3 between Andy and the Archons and no Discord notifications. And joining me for this game, a fellow man of stink, Mr. No Leaves. No Leaves, how we doing?
Yes, I'm familiar with the Stink Man himself, but I'm here helping out. Doing analyzing these two games. Andy and the Archons versus no Discord notifications. This is it. This is the best of three. One of these teams is going home. Our first team to be eliminated from the entire IDL, Div 1, Div 2, Div 3, what have you. So here we go. I'm looking forward to this quite a bit.
Looking at these bans so far, the Bloodseeker ban somewhat unconventional considering the changes he has. Kind of my read on Bloodseeker right now is he's definitely not as good as he used to be with the old Ags. He's still good, but just nowhere near what he used to be. And his 0% pickup so far in ESL is reflective of that. But this other ban being this Dragon Knight, very sensible, right?
Yeah. Bloodseeker, a bit of an old school ban. I think maybe they're, we've got some bad memories from the previous patch, but it's a new patch, you gotta get new things going in. You gotta get new heroes. Dragon Knight is definitely one of them, but I much prefer the bans coming out on no Discord notifications. The Avenged Spirit, banning out Andy's best hero, I think. Very good. Venomancer ban, I don't know what that's about. Maybe they've seen the jungle Veno and they're afraid of that. But I think Veno's pretty mediocre. Lich as well, not as good as it used to be in this patch. So definitely seems to be some odd bans coming up here.
Lich is pretty fucking garbage this patch, but who's not is Abaddon, who gets banned out second.
Yeah.
First pick coming out for no Discord notifications.
Okay.
Definitely the support of the patch in low tier, especially, is the Jackro. So for those at home who don't know, they've added an additional facet onto Jackro that essentially enables his ice path to double explode with bonus damage. It is insane. It is busted. And the best thing to do against a Jackro is to pick a Rubik immediately into it.
Yeah, I really like the Abaddon ban first off because no one knows. Pomac doesn't play this, and I don't think Smelly plays this on no Discord notifications. But Andy and the Archons have played Abaddon, so it's a good ban there. Jakiro, I think Andy are going to regret not banning this hero. It's Smelly's best hero. It's the best support hero of the patch. Rubik is a pretty good counter. I was looking at the win rates earlier, and Rubik has got a negative win rate against Jakiro. So I think if you're a Jakiro player, you just have to be a little bit careful. You just cannot give him Ice Path. You cannot give him Ice Path. But if you just are a little bit careful and a little bit world aware about what you're doing with your Ice Path, you remember to Q quickly. It's kind of hard to Q quickly afterwards, but if you just keep an eye on Rubik and just wait and see what he's doing, or like just Q in or W out of vision and then Q afterwards, you should be okay. OD and Shadow Shaman ban. The Shadow Shaman ban, I think Shadow Shaman's a pretty good hero. OD is a bit odd ban, but maybe it's just sort of like a noob killer. They just want to get rid of it. They want their mid syndicate. He likes to play sort of meme mid heroes like Bootmudder and Huskar. And I think they just want to make sure that he is a good lane so that he doesn't get destroyed in his lane stage and then has no impact. All right,
Second pick up here is Winter Wyvern. So Wyvern is a hero I have fallen in love with quite heavily recently off the back of the new facet, which is recursive. This new facet, what it essentially does is it enables once a Winter Wyvern ult kills somebody, it then refocuses its target with half duration and half damage onto the second lowest target. Really, really, really strong hero this patch, if you can pull it off. But very easy to grief on if you're not experienced on it.
Yeah, this could be very funny things happening, which we like to see. Dark Willow, another hero I think Andy should have banned. This is Elle's best hero. She's played it quite a bit in this patch. Speaking of heroes who played, people who've played this patch, would you guess who is the person who has played the least amount of games in this game?
Are we including games of GemTD? I'm gonna say probably Smelly because she's been in California, right?
No, she was back since the patch dropped.
Go ahead. Who is it?
Pro Mike has played 0 games in this patch in pubs. He's played 2 games that were the official games from last week, but even those were just like official. He hasn't played a single pub game, so he's clearly locked in on just what real Dota, esports Dota, captain's mode. Another person is new, that we haven't mentioned yet, is Logocentric. He is just standing in for Sloaner today. I believe he's going to play a support hero, but it just means that Andy and the Archons are going to be mixing up the roles a bit, so I'm not quite sure who's going to be playing who at the moment. Magnus now coming out on no Discord notifications.
Yeah, so Magnus Can be played 3, but not great right now. Most likely either a mid or a 1. Knowing Pro Mike's play style, I think it's more likely
10
we see
seconds
this
remaining.
in that mid lane. He likes these flashy playmaker heroes, so
5 seconds
shaping up
remaining.
to be a big Magnus. Don't love it into Wyvern Rubik.
No, but I do love seeing a Magnus and a Wyvern because it means that there could be plays, there's going to be misplays, and I'm sure all of the 8K people watching this in Twitch chats are going to have a lot of fun saying what the players should and shouldn't have done. So we're in for a good fun match. Speaking also of people who've I know I mentioned earlier that ProMike has played only 2 games, but Elle has played the most games of
Oh
anyone
yeah,
in
he's
this
been
patch.
grinding.
Turn to pick.
She's played, I think, 30 games in the new patch, so she should be the knowledge base to say like, oh, this is how you're supposed to do. So when it comes to 15 minutes, I want Elle to be pinging Tormentor immediately and saying like, let's do Tormentor, because that's the thing that all of the pro teams have been playing at the moment. Doom now coming up on R&D on the Archons, and that's going to be their offlaner. So it's going to
10
be probably a
seconds
Winter
remaining.
Wyvern support. I was thinking it might be an offlaner, but that cements the role to Doom now.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the Doom this patch, it's something we haven't seen as often as we've seen it last patch. It's one of these kind of old staples that never dramatically changes. It always fulfills largely the same role. In this game, they probably see those big team fight OTs. They see the ability for Rubik to steal them, and I think, okay, if we can get one of these big OTs stolen and then a Doom applied thereafter, we can absolutely win any of these fights. I also like the Doom setup if you get the Stomp with Wyvern, it's quite nice. And it lanes quite well with either a Rubik or a Wyvern. So a decent Doom pick here for Andy and the Archons.
Yeah, yeah. And the Doom did not really get touched that much in the patch. He got a little nerf on his cast range on Doom. His other facets got buffs, the ones that you don't usually go, Gluttony and Impending Doom. But people just go to Devil's Bargain anyway, and I think that's what he's going to go here anyway. As well, and a Sniper. A very early Sniper pickup on Andy and Archons, and that's going to be their mid. So their lanes are starting to form quite a bit. We're still not quite sure where Magnus might be mid or offlane. And now that the Sniper's been picked up, I think it might cement that as an offlane mag.
Indeed, it might. Sniper into Magnus is
10
always
seconds
a
remaining.
quite favorable trade for the Sniper. But the question is,
5
there's
seconds
a
remaining.
lot on this Mag's shoulders now. If he's able to catch the Sniper in those fights, it's not a hero that likes being put out of position, but he does have some bodyguards. He has that Wyvern, he has that Doom. There is that support base ready to try and save him. The question is, what do no Discord notifications pick in order to counteract this? I'm thinking something like a Storm Spirit feels really good into the heroes that you're looking at right now, with the exception of Doom. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, I just don't want Magnus to be like on his own, being like, "Oh, I'm the player who has to make plays," and then if he doesn't get a good RP or a good steer back, then like no Discord of like no game team fight at all. So I'd like to see some sort of help for this guy and just sort of see like I'd like the RP to not be the initiator, to just be the counter initiator, to be like, oh, they go in first, Doom gets applied to someone or Curse comes out, and then the Magnus can follow up later on the fight and just completely destroy them when Rubik, because Rubik will also be. I mean, at the moment it seems like they're giving Rubik as many good hero. Like Rubik's got so many spells that he wants to steal. Maybe that will just confuse him and he won't know what spell to steal and he'll get killed or something.
Simply too many good things for him to use. Absolutely. That is the strategy here. Although all I'm picturing right now is a stolen macro plus RP, which feels pretty fucking filthy with the amount of range you get in that. Taking some time here in the next pickup now. The Drow Ranger. Okay, thoughts on this?
Okay. I mean, if it gets doomed, can't they just save it? I'd like to see something a little bit more concrete that can just get on top and kill her. I'm not sure if Doom can just chase him down or if they're able to just sort of like if Doom can just jump and BKB and like get rid of the Drow, or if like they're able to just like force her away and then can kill the Doom or something like that. It's okay. I don't mind the Drow. I'm not sure if it's like the best here at the moment. I'm sure there's. I don't know why there's no Tiny. I don't know why there's no Lifestealer yet. I think those are the carry heroes at the batch. I would have liked to see one of those too, but because I think Tiny, he gets doomed. He does not care. I mean, maybe the Wyvern Curse is a bit scarier there, or maybe like he can also get Blink and just jump on Sniper and just blow him up and stuff like that. Something like the more messy heroes, I think. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm sure. Drow is fine. I think this is also BPPG's first game as Drow, so it's a little bit.
First game this tournament, but I've seen him play it in previous tournaments, and I've seen him play it in pubs quite a lot. So it is not an inexperienced Drow player by any means, but definitely the first we've seen him play this tournament.
I'm definitely just more used to him playing like a Slark, a PA, Lifestealer, or a hero that just gets in there and like Juggernaut. I was also seeing, I think boat carry players were playing Prophet, Nature's Prophet earlier, a hero that's sort of like become a
5
lot
seconds
more
remaining.
stronger in the recent patch. No bans
Dire
yet,
King's
and
turn to
no one
pick.
seems to be picking it. Okay, there comes the Lifestealer ban and Spectre ban. So Tiny is still open for Anti and the Archons if they can play it on their carry player, on Squib.
Yeah, and it
But
feels
it's
like
good.
quite a nice tiny game as well, you know, not super scared of the Magnus as far as he normally builds its status resistance anyway.
10
Very
seconds
easy way
remaining.
to jump the Drow, the Willow, and the Jackrow. Feeling like a really nice tiny game, especially
5
with the follow-up
seconds
damage that
remaining.
Sniper can provide. Could do quite a lot from here. Waiting on this last pick now from no Discord notifications. Only a few seconds
Yes,
left
10 seconds.
for them in this reserve time. Gonna see if they're gonna burn through it. Only 5 seconds. Are we gonna get them randomed?
Radiant
Pick a
team's
hero,
turn to
Okay,
guys,
pick.
and here we
Bruce.
get a Wind
Okay, that's a
Ranger.
mid Windrunner. This is a syndicate sort of like I'm gonna pick the most bizarre hero ever. You know, this guy picks Broodmother, he picks Huskar, he picks a bunch of weird stuff that like tries to just like destroy just like do his own
10
thing, I
seconds
guess. But he doesn't
remaining.
get last pick, so he can't like see the enemy mid and well, he sees the sniper, but he
5
doesn't like
seconds
see the
remaining.
wholesale everything of it. You know, I think he'd probably prefer last pick to just get like something weird here. Because now I'm not sure if Andy and the Archons are gonna be scared of this hero at all. And like you
I don't think
said,
so either. Like you have a Doom already, you have a sniper mid that can just max shrapnel. Like I don't know what this Windy does here. I suppose theoretically it's the old Wombo combo. There's a lot of Magnus's shoulders here. If Magnus can get off a big RP with the follow-up macro power, maybe the ice path, and then the whirlwind into that potentially it's good, but like not really. And the PA is the pick up from Andy and the Archons.
okay. That's a bit strange because I think Drow is quite good against PA. Even though you think the PA jumps on the Drow and just blows her up, the Drow can just pike away, and then her ult means that she doesn't need an MKB. Like she kind of doesn't need like an item, an extra like 5k gold item to kill the PA. So I would have preferred to see something else instead of PA. I would not pick PA against Drow, even though just because of that. Because you were giving it up. Even if you were very strong and you get on top of her and you can kill her and all that, it's like you're giving an opportunity for Drow to just like if she just survives and is able to right click a few times, she can blow up and get some like good hits on her ult. She can just blow up PA.
Oh, she has
No,
the
I
kill shot facet, so we're going to see some
what?
executions this game, which is going to be very exciting. And
Oh,
Lewis Entry actually picking up the impending Doom.
that is okay. So that did get buffed. So no Doom no longer decreases damage per second, but that means this might be a bit of a poverty Doom. Like he's not going to be able to sell like get like a bunch of nice items like drums and S and Y, and then sell them later on, and then buy bigger items and all sorts of like. I'm not sure if he's going to go Midas and stuff like that. We'll see. I'm not quite sure what you get with Impending Doom because usually I'm just used to going the Devil's Bargain. Yeah, that's a sort of interesting kill shot as well on Windrunner. So that's a new facet that means that if the arrow that executes an enemy hero below a certain it can execute an enemy hero below a certain threshold. I think it's like
Like 10% or 5%. It's
10%.
tiny. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
it's very
small.
small. Yeah.
Okay,
I
folks,
mean,
just a reminder, I'm going to hop over for 1 second. That's okay, John. Just a reminder to anyone in
yeah,
chat, this is a knockout game. We are in the playoffs of Division 3 of the Irish Dota League Season 4. The team that loses this game going home after tonight. On paper, Andy and the Archons a lot better positioned than the side of no Discord notifications, but no Discord notifications having quite a few high quality stand-ins this game that could make the difference in this game. Run and Tell taking you through this one with no leaves with the amazing Malou on the cam. Thank you, Malou. And if you'd like to get involved, if you're watching this and you think you want to get involved in some Irish Dota, make some new friends, play on a team, you've never done so before, please do hop into our Discord. It is right below the stream and likely being spammed out by a bot as I speak. I'm leaning Andy and the Archons in this one here. What do you think of No Leaves?
yeah. I am also
30
leading Andy and
seconds to
Archons.
battle.
I think their team setup is just a lot more stable. It feels like no discords. They can sort of sink or swim with this Windrunner pick, like how she does mid. The Magnus, it could be quite awkward for him to get RPs. Like it's like this is the same thing that I've watched No Discord do like the last few times. Like the game just feels like it's on pro mic to do some massive like crazy shit with like his RPs or his punch hooks or his. He was playing Magnus last time and he's very good at it, but you know it's a lot of pressure. It's the pressure goes on the captaincy again. And I don't think he minds that at all. I guess.
Indeed, it's one of those things I often heard when I was casting with Maniac from Owen's Bakery, which is your draft needs room to fuck up. And I think that this is one of those games where there is substantially less room to fuck up on the side of no Discord notifications than there is on Andy and the Archons. Let's take a look at these lanes. So in the mid lane, we have the Sniper versus the Windy. Unlikely either of these heroes is going to pose much of a kill threat to each other once Windy gets a couple levels in that wind run. But the first range creep being immediately denied away from Harry Potter, quite nice there. Looks like he's going to deny on his own one as well, though. Seems like it's going to be a bit of a farm fiesta. Both heroes getting largely what they want here. But Windy putting up a really good start to this lane so far. Definitely out CSing the Sniper. Looking into this top lane, we have Smelly on the Jackaro alongside Krav Swaga on the Winter Wyvern. Okay, now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking. He's out of the Venge Gay Baby jail, and he's getting clicked down by Smelly, forced to walk away quite early on this Wyvern. Throws out the Blood Grenade, doesn't quite connect as well, so...
that's just classic. Just great, Dota. Just blood grenades, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, this is just going to be... You're saying that teams need capacity to fuck up, but maybe the Winter Wyvern can do some carrying here and, like, do some completely dogshit ults or something and make this game fun. Because at the moment it seems like tough on the Archons. Oh, that's a Q on Doom, level 1. So he's going to find it hard to, like, lane, I think. He's not going to be able to Infernal Blades.
Bought no regen because he decided to go for an Orb of Frost. Like, he has one Tango left. So once they get some damage onto this offlane, they're kind of out of things to do.
Yeah, and I think PPG sees that.
Yeah,
it's just like, I'm just going to right-click you, and what are you going to do?
Not a whole lot, it seems like. So placing a lot of pressure in this early lane, able to secure it on top already. 10 and 4 on the Drow, very quickly up to 5 denies almost now. Promike going for the shockwave there, doesn't quite connect onto Squib. Jump in now though from the PA onto this Dark Willow, but Dark Willow does have that void that enables her to get out, throw some damage back at that PA. So very little in the end there, but top lane looks like they're trying to make a go towards here with that level on Scorched Earth, but not much they can do in the end. They do now have the level 2 into that Winter's Embrace, or the Cold Embrace, that does manage to heal somewhat, but that does mean they're not going to get anything in Ice Shards, which means their kill opportunities are incredibly limited.
I mean, I kind of like that. Just be like, okay, let's just like chill for a bit and get some healing and get Scorched Earth and just concentrate on farming, because the Drow like kind of won the first 2 waves so easily that they just need to get like some last hits on Doom and like get themselves back into this laning stage. And I think they're sort of doing a better job of that now with the Golden Embrace. No kill capacity, but I think it's fine to just like get your farm up, whatever. You're not gonna get a kill, but you'll get some creeps. You won't die.
In this bottom lane, a bit of action off screen. We saw L take out Squib's Courier, so not going to be getting that early Orb of Frost / likely Wraithband that they were going for on that PA. Nice thing in terms of stopping that progression. Krovsga now trying to put some pressure onto PPG, but not really able to do so. The Drow just standing and firing back, recognizing that lack of regen, and the Drow now with 13 denies from the first 3 waves is quite heavy.
Yeah. It's quite good for Drow. He's been quite happy there. He's quite happy to just like sit under tower. Like I think he knows he's having a good game. And I think the problem with top is that there's not going to be a turning point for Radiant where it starts to get better for them. Like in terms of like, oh, we're going to be able to bully this Drow out of lane. You know, I think they might just like be happy with splitting farm here, because the Drow usually gets bullied out of the lane as the lane goes on, probably, but I think Doom is not going to be able to do that in this game. Look at this, Drow's just like fast-starring creeps, and Jakiro's just so strong. He's going to Q.
Yeah, Crab's begun a lot of trouble here. Does have the Cold Embrace, but likely to just die immediately thereafter. BPG standing towards him, a little bit dangerous here. Gets the first blood on the Drow Ranger, so a nice start in this top lane. Logocentric also in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have the Scorched Earth, so forced out, and he goes down as well. So a double kill for the safe lane partnership, alongside a cumulative 16 denies from these first few waves. Make it 17. Oof.
You just have to respect the Jakiro. It's just like the strongest support for a reason, and like it doesn't get worse. It's not just it's not like you just win the laning stage and then the hero falls off. It's so strong. Oh, L going down low.
Yeah, looks like a lot of trouble here for Nick. Oh, that's such a shame. I thought this Rubik was gonna have a really good game, but it seems like Nick's just bad. It's such a shame. No, this is a joke from before the game. I'm sure Nick is doing fine. Probably not though. Seems kind of bad. Goes down on the Rubik. Who's not bad, you know? I'm bad.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason they picked Rubik is to steal Ice Pass So that's the only avenue you should like to be judging him now.
Oh.
As Squid starts to get a bit low, but he's just gonna
Yeah, bit of a dive almost there from Pro Mike. Didn't want to quite commit that skewer, probably rightfully so. Logocentric's back, but he's in trouble again now on this Doom. Could end up going down in just one moment. Hit up with that ice volley, but a nice save there from Krav saves him momentarily.
Oh, they're starting to dive boss on Pro Mike. He's under a tower. Oh, but he's okay. He's fine.
Yeah, seems fine there altogether. Carry for 1 sec.
Yeah, hit that call. Jakiro there just didn't have a mango, no mana for another Q. That's why just backed off there. And there was no way they were going to get the Q. But Wyvern is pretty happy to just keep healing up Doom. And like I think they've recognized states. I mean, Wyvern's only level 2, but Seal's doing quite a bit. I wonder if Andy's going to max his Q. He's getting gone on a little bit by Drow. Now Doom is starting to turn on Jakiro. Ice Bass on Doom. They're going to get the flower. Doom is sort of caught out a little bit. Wyvern does have the Cold Embrace. It's sort of a 1v1 by each team. It looks like Wyvern's the one who's going to lose. Nice silence by PPPG, following up with the Frost Arrows. Just bullying Andy and killing him again.
Yeah, bottom lane though. Looks like Grid going to try to go on to Anna, and down she goes indeed. A nice Curse Crown though does stop them in their place for a second, but the Assassinate cancels the TP on Pro Mike, so Pro Mike now in a huge amount of trouble. Double kill in this bottom lane for the side of Andy and the Archons. 2 kills they desperately needed.
Yes, they definitely needed that. I think maybe some people were panicking in that team, and Carrie Potter was like, chill out, guys. I got this. I'm just going to come boss. I'm going to get double kill, or like I'm going to get 2 kills. I'm also going to cancel Pro Mike's TP, so he's going to have to walk to base. When they're just sort of hitting up mid, they will have to send Sniper back mid. He'll be there in time. There's no catapult.
Oh no, Andy doesn't go back to check the runes. The rune's going to be stolen by this Jackro. Not going to get their own wisdom because it's not even checked in this instance. What an unfortunate turn of events. Kosaga going to try to punish the Jackro for this, but without the Doom, don't know if you can. The Doom is coming in now, and not much mana to speak of on this Jackro. They should just pop that Lotus and TP.
Okay.
Maybe they're trying to be frugal.
Okay, that was kind of funny. They should have definitely just recognized that Smelly didn't have a lot of mana there. And just sort of chase her down, because now she doesn't even need to use the flower, because it was kind of a mistake for her to even use the it was nice for her to get the wisdom. Kind of a mistake to even use the dual bet there. She should have just TP'd immediately.
Bottom lane looks like go on to this EA, one of the few heroes that's doing well so far for the side of Andy the Archons. Goes down to L, a really nice little bramble maze there, manages to catch it out. Nick unable to protect their core there, and Pro Mike now making it go into Nick. A lot of damage coming out. They have also this cursed Crab in top lane. BG kills Crab again. A really tough start for Andy the Archons, and Nick goes down. What a poor Rubik performance this game. Double kill for L.
Just you wait. Once he gets ult, he'll be stealing ice bats like nobody's business. And yeah, another classic silence, and then the Frost Arrows combo coming out top on Drow onto Winter Wyvern, and there's really nothing you can do about it. If he gets silenced, he's kind of screwed. And he's gone like the pretty normal build, just like getting a point in, 1 point in all the spells. I mean, all the spells are good, so that's fine, I think. But
we have a look at those networks, please, Mr. Malou.
Yes, take minutes.
Thank you very much. So 4,400 right now in this Drow. This is something that is going to develop into a problem. But to be fair, the real problem right now is that this Doom has 2,000 net worth. It is almost being eclipsed by his own Rubik and is being eclipsed by the Dark Willow. Now a lot of damage out onto Nick. Rotation comes in from this Windy. Nick goes down again. As soon as he TP's in, he is dead immediately on that re-TP. So very unfortunate here for that Rubik. Falling behind his own Doom at this point. 2,700 on L. L actually getting quite rich. Might consider a fast Midas or something a little bit greedy.
Oh, I know what Elle's gonna go. Elle's gonna go Yules as usual, and then she'll go Ags when she feels like she needs to carry the team. But maybe she won't need that. If she feels like she doesn't need the team doesn't need carrying, she'll leave Ags. She'll just go charge and like support items and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see where our item build is later, and that'll be a good indicator of how this game is going.
So
nice
far, though,
rotation. Yeah,
with that Jackro being able to sit mid, it's purely because BPG does not fear both heroes in this off lane. With the ability to just leave and drow of all heroes on their own, it's a little bit problematic. They always have the advantage. And now, speaking of advantage, L gets a solo kill onto Nick. Nick dies 3 times in less than 2 minutes. This Rubik fast becoming food.
Oh, just you wait. Once he gets his ult, I'm sure he'll be stealing ice bats like nobody's business. But yeah, BPPG is happy to just 1v2 top, and there's nothing they can do about it, and that's kind of sad. But I'm sure, Doom should be happy to just like farm, right? Like, even if they're not This isn't efficient in any way. Surely the Doom should be able to get like a bit of decent farm, like 2v1 against the Drow.
The issue
But it's
is that
just
the Wyvern is level 3. So that's something that's kind of worth pointing out at this
yeah.
point.
The Wisdom Rune problem. Yeah, the Wisdom Runes are still important. Or not, whatever they're called. Wisdom Shrines, Wisdom Gates.
Shrine of Wisdom.
Shrine.
It's what I like to be referred to as, actually.
Oh, the shrines are back. Your fountain, you know.
I am the fountain of all knowledge, correct. Squib in a lot of trouble again here. Another combo. They do drop the RP for it, but definitely worth it there. Kravsga tries to TP down to get the support, but doesn't manage to do so. At least might get some XP off this. But meanwhile, Nick, again, 4th death in fast succession for this Rubik. Every time he seems to be alive, he tries to take down some vision, but does so alone and seems to die for it.
Oh, poor Nick.
And now Andy, no. Don't watch, guys. Don't watch. Don't watch. Look away.
Move the camera,
Don't look
move
at
the
your
camera.
screen. Move
There you
away.
go,
Yeah.
there you
No,
go.
back. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Oh, Logocentric goes down at the top lane at the same time as well. Jesus Christ. It's an annihilation for no Discord notification so
Okay.
far.
They're crumbling now. They're just losing like heroes in every single lane. You know, I think. I mean, Sarp is getting mid tower. Are they going to fort this catapult and just sort of get this tower? That might be nice. Do they have a cliff? They have a. Okay. They're going to get this. They're going to get this. This is quite nice. You know, kills don't win games. It's all about buildings, tower damage, and at the moment, it's 1-for-1. So I'd say this game is even. You know.
Yeah, absolutely even game. 6k net worth lead so far. No Discord notifications at 11 minutes with no towers taken. Winter Wyvern level 4, Anna level 7. Nick looks like they're dead again. Hit up with this shackle shot, in a lot of trouble on the Rubik, and down they go for the 5th time in a row. Listen, I know I made a joke precast saying I was going to flag them off, but I'm just saying what's on the screen. I'm just saying what's on the screen, no leaves.
Okay. Well, he's actually 0-6.
Yeah.
So, it's even worse than you think. And now soon, let's look at Jakiro Watch is now my thinking, because Jakiro is now going to overcome the Doom. Doom, a hero famous for being able to be high net worth at all times. So
with the level 1 in Devour as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this impending Doom. I don't think it's the facet's the problem for sure, but it's just.
Rotating onto this level 4 Wyvern. Wyvern could be in some trouble here. Krauser spotted out. He's hit up with the stun. They have the ult on Syndicate, but it doesn't look like they're going to use it yet. Instead, it's going to wait. Pro Mike comes in, has the drop. They have the power shot. There's an assassinate. We wanted to see one of those, and there it is. Follow up with this big ulti coming out from Syndicate, as well as the multi-shot. 3 kills across the map for the side of no Discord.
Yeah, did you see what happened, boss? Yeah.
No.
The PA got solo killed by Dark Willow.
Oh yeah, we could tell that. I thought you were going to give like a more detailed account. Did you see what happened, boss? Yes. What happened to the notification? Here we go. Looks like she's going to try to go to Carrie Potter as well, but Carrie Potter has no mana. Kobe has in trouble here. She might have him. I think she has him here. Indeed, she does. Elle is godlike. When the fuck did that happen?
Okay. She's 10-1. It's actually kind of a thing.
Holy shit. This Willow Elle is absolutely popping off this game.
Get the Ags out. Get the Ags.
Feeling pretty bleak.
Okay, 40 minutes. They need the wisdom top. They need the wisdom.
They're standing next to it. They have 2 heroes next to it.
Surely.
Oh no. A lot of damage. Walk for it, PPG. Fuck him out.
Okay.
Is he gonna do it? Okay, Crab's gonna get it. Okay, level 6 on Crab maybe? Level 6? 5 and a bit. Okay, we'll take that. We take those. We take those.
Rubik 6. Rubik 6. That's what's important.
Yeah, we've seen him. He got his wards up in this area as well, which he seems to be very fond of. So, you know, they battled for that ward for quite a long time. Do not do it again, Syndicate. Don't do it again. He finally got that ward up. Leave him alone. Even I'm being protective of this guy right now.
Yeah, I mean, now they'll be able to see. Oh, never mind. They smoke up on no Discord notifications.
Oh no, they're gonna go past Rubik's ward.
No.
He's gonna be caught. He's in the midnight. He's walking back to check it. No, he's not. Hasn't been caught yet. They are under that really nice observer there. This PA is looking pretty damn dead right now. Missed with that little bit of a skewer, but the follow-up damage is more than enough to take him out. Another assassinate for Syndicate.
Okay, very nice. I mean, this maybe kill shot's good. I don't know. I've not seen a win-winner in my games since the patch, but maybe
I
His
saw it in a
it's gotta
Dreamplay
be
game
good.
and it looked absolute ass, but maybe it's good when you're 11k up at 15 minutes without having to take towers. Like, maybe that's that. Maybe it's good when your Willow is 11 and 1.
Yeah, Dark Willow almost going to
Dyer's
hit
top tower is under
second.
attack.
Like it just like one, if she got that kill there, she would have actually been second on net worth, which would have been kind of insane.
Yeah, almost have the sniper right now.
Andy
Andy taking a
still
lot of
at
right clicks,
6.
does not have 6, drops off the RP, doesn't quite connect onto the sniper. The sniper trying to go through that little portal, but isn't able to do so because of a stun coming out from Syndicate. Doesn't get the assassinate this time. Mega kill for BBPG. 21 and 2 at 15 minutes. Could we get the 3-2-2?
I think that it's going to be 2-2-2 or even 2-23 the way this game is going. I'm not sure where the next kill. I mean, I haven't seen. There's been no opportunities for Doom to really do anything, and I'm kind of liking that he's just concentrating on farming at the moment. Oh, he's going Midas. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, he just needs Midas. He just needs farm. Like, there's no way. He's so far behind that like he probably just needs this Midas. Okay, it's going to be another solo
Okay,
kill.
L. Another one. Andy's still waiting for that level 6 at 16 minutes at this point. A really, really tricky game for Krausaga.
Okay.
L onto pause 4 is level 10, so doubling the level of the Wyvern at this point.
Yeah, if Elle's not careful, she's going to get kicked out of the Discord by Andy. The way this game is going. I mean, it's only this is the way thing. It's a best of 3, so and
True.
like anything can happen.
The only
Even
thing I'm
though
a
this game
little
looks
concerned about is Al likes making little jokes, and Andy does not like the little jokes when he's this far behind. So I'm just hoping there's no little jokes from Al that create the second, Irish Civil War right here. Looks like we're gonna position in towards this tower, looking at some farming in this bottom lane. Nick setting up his trusty ward again, saying maybe this time, maybe.
Dyer's bottom
Yeah,
tower
I mean,
is
it got
under attack.
the ward. That ward there got the ward instantly. I think that ward. I mean, we're all just sort of new to the patch, but I think we're figuring out that a ward there is just kind of like basic. Like everyone sort of expects there to be a ward there. So there's almost always a sentry there, and people are starting to like ward in like one of the corners away from that sort of main sort of plateau, try and avoid the sentries.
Dyer's bottom
Dark
tower
Widow
is
going
low.
for the blink before the Ags this game, obviously with an aim of jumping in either onto an RP or jumping in onto the sniper. What do you make of that?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, she just wants to keep snowballing.
Dyer's
Like she's
bottom
already
tower is
like
being chipped away.
so much. She's what 11 and 1. Like
Look
just
at
wants
that.
more kills, more
Radiant's courier
kills.
just
Like the
got
Axe
killed.
doesn't really help you get kills. The Axe is more of like an insurance policy. That's like, okay, if the game goes late, you're going to do damage and stuff like that. Which is why I know she likes it. But the blink is just going to be like, okay, it's just going to
In
increase
comes
your chances
L,
to
the
get kills.
executioner, logocentric, could be in some trouble here if he's caught out. Starts walking away on that Doom, is spotted out by the trusty ward, which is immediately chopped down by L. So she doesn't get the kill on the Doom, but she gets the kill on the ward, which at this point might be worth similar with the Doom down to just 3,900 net worth. So probably happy enough with that one. A nice update is, I believe, after a long tumultuous... Ooh, someone's hopped there. After a long tumultuous ability to try and do so, they have finally gotten the 6 on Krabs. We could see $1 million Winter's Curse this fight.
Yeah. I mean, if they win the game, this is the turning point for sure. And it is all 100% on Andy. No matter what happens, if they win this game, it will be 100% on Andy just because they get this level 6. And who knows what's going to happen now. They smoke up now, but they see that the thing is being taken. I don't even know what that's called. By an invisible person, so they must know that there's a smoke there.
The
and they're just going to back off.
Outpost is taken.
Outpost,
so
Tormentor, Shrine.
in exchange for the Outpost, they get a tier 2, which is, as Trump would say, one of the best trade deals of all time, maybe ever.
Yes.
So, bit of a supposition there, and now moving towards this middle lane where another tower looks like it is going to quickly melt like butter at the hands of this no Discord notification squad, who are really putting up a great fight this game.
Yeah. Well, I said earlier, kills don't really matter. It's the tower kill. Buildings are what matters. But now they're getting the building kills, so yeah, they are actually quite far behind. You could say that now. It is 19 minutes in the game, and I'm kind of sad to say that no one has gone for the Tormentor yet. It's still sitting bot, and it's pretty easy. It's pretty free for no Discord notifications. Just go for it now. But they've got so much map control. It would almost be like not worth their time to like give up map control for like 2 minutes and go and get it, rather than just like might as well just keep taking these towers. And
oh no, Kai Potter caught out. He does have this blink in from Mr. L, or Mrs. L, I should say, and the follow-up with that Syndicate Assassinate actually finishes off the Kai Potter there. So a really, really nice kill coming out from the Wind Ranger, And that is your main way of stopping a high ground go, just gone right now. You still have the Wyvern, obviously. Pro Mike almost catches Nick. Nick not able to get any spells so far on the Rubik. Might try to take something here in the next couple minutes. Taking some plinks, though, from these illusions from BBPG. And now Tower slowly getting plinked down.
We didn't see that.
Oh, no.
And
And the Midas picked up on Doom now as well.
I mean, he's got
And the
Midas.
Fortify used? Fortify used? Oh, Div 3 Dota never changed, baby.
Doesn't matter. We just need a Wyvern Curse. We just need a Wyvern Curse to play it all together.
All we need is
Or an
a
RP.
Wyvern Curse. One good RP. Well, the RP's on the other side. So,
we need an RP to balance it out. You know,
a
just
Rubik
whipped
RP. Maybe, yeah. A Rubik
whipped
RP. That could be it. PPG though, just chopping down the tower. Pro Mike going towards the top lane. Oh, a triple RP. Only catches 2 of them with a pushback, but they are both dead. There will be no Wyvern Curse in this fight. Buyback now, the point to Wyvern, but Logocentric is dead. Doesn't have Doom anyway, so not the biggest deal in the world that he goes down there. But this tower now facing considerable peril, and with their offlaner dead. Doom now below the Jackro as foretold, with the Midas.
Yeah, that's why he got the Midas. He's gonna come back. It's all gonna work out in the end. And now no RP. The sniper is actually peeping quite a bit. It's quite annoying for Nozisker to just take this. So I feel like they should just like farm a bit more, because they're not like they're quite far ahead, but they haven't got like all the items that they need now. And Ice Bat now on Rubik, he's got it. It's time.
He's stolen the
time
spell.
is now.
This is the turning point. It's right in front of us. The Ice Path after a very successful Wyvern ult is all we need for this game to be turned on its head. If Anna doesn't blink in and just solo the carry instead. We're gonna have to wait and see. That Squib is trying to cut some waves down here, but there is a Dark Willow behind her. They're setting up onto this PA bottom. Could be in some trouble here. Watch out, they have him. Here he comes. Hit up with that stun. They have the ult coming up in the Dark Willow. They follow up on the Magnus. Squib is extremely dead. Doesn't even need Pro Mike. Pro Mike just wanted to take the kill for himself there to just pad out his own stats, take it away from Anna. Dominating now on this Magnus, but a death, and eyeing on a more important death. Harry Potter here walks up the high ground without vision into a big, scary Windy that chops him down. So now you've lost both your pause 1 and your mid in fast succession, and we're up to an 18k lead for the side of no Discord notifications.
Yeah, Elle missed the brambles, and her ult didn't hit most of the time, but her E just took half of PA's health away. She just doesn't say no damage at the moment. And I'm sorry to say this about the sniper, but he's kind of the only one who can't die. Like, we sort of meme about the rest of the deaths, like it doesn't really matter if Rubik or Wyvern die, it's like whatever, but the sniper can't really die because he's the only one like who can in any way defend base at the moment. But
the positive thing is he's so poor that his respawn timer is very low.
Yeah, I mean, Wyvern bought back earlier. I'm not sure how much it costs. Probably like 400 gold, considering how poor he was. I'd like to check that later. But we'll see. Drow is okay. They do have ice bats, so, and they've got these. They're East Peeping sniper, so this is kind of annoying for Drow. But she's got the shard, so she's just hitting up the face. I mean, this is gonna be a slow death, which is kind of boring if they just do it this way. I'd rather a big, RP, a big team fight, and let's have a spectacular end to this game.
So you say that Elle jumps in onto Harry Potter, gets hit up with the ultimate, follow up with the execute coming up from the DD Windy, chops down Harry Potter. No more plinking in this fight. Pro Mike tries to, the massive curse comes out from this Winter Wyvern, but no follow-up damage is there, so PG just walks away from it in the end. A really big curse, but the lack of follow-up just meant that it didn't really do much at the end, especially because the Magnus was not in it. So that's no Wyvern OT and no Sniper right now.
Yeah, it's so up, and they still have RP, and they're gonna guess Doom now.
A lot of trouble. Hasn't used Doom yet. Might pop it up before they die, but no, doesn't quite do so. So Doom left unused and Nick left used by this Drow Ranger. Krausegas staying in the fountain. Looks like that might be all she wrote for what has been a Gaben level shellacking in this first game.
Yeah, we didn't even get the 322. We didn't even get the 3 kills needed.
Who knows? There's still time. Krav leaves the fountain. Pro Mike trying to give him the third. It looks like Harry Potter is healed up by this Wyvern. They do pop the Fortify to try to do more tower damage onto this Winter Wyvern, but they get the RP onto Sniper, so Sniper's able to take him out. But in comes Krav. He's doing some right clicks. Can he finish him off? Doesn't look like he can. Oh, there's the 3. 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. It's exactly what we're all looking for. There we go, baby. We got it.
Sniper
got
got
it.
back. He's going. Al's going
Yeah,
on
he's
her.
gonna kill them all.
There we go.
Oh wait, no, he's not.
Oh, yes. No, he doesn't. Oh, Pomac just about lives. It's a dieback
Smelly
now.
getting caught though, could go down here. Does still have the Shadow Realm and the Blink and the Yules though, so probably absolutely fine. And indeed she is player of the game so far, not gonna lie. Elle is
Yeah.
absolutely storming this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the good thing for Andy and the Archons is that there is a solution for this. Just ban Dark Willow and just ban Jakiro, I think. And you'll do a lot better next game, for sure. That should be step number 1 in their minds. Hopefully they remember it going into next game. But at the moment, it looks like no Drow is just going to hit up here, cliff herself, and just hit this tower. And there's nothing really they can do about it. There's no sniper, so there's really no defense now. A smoke around.
Looks like it's trying to play here. Squib is behind them, has the Battle Fury, jumps in on Smelly. Smelly can be in trouble. Indeed, Smelly does go down. That is a kill for the side no Discord notifications, and it does force back this Drow. So this game might go just a little bit later.
4 kills. That's one too many.
Indeed, that's one every 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And now it might be 5, as Els actually might be in some trouble here. Stolen little bit of the Shadow Realm there, but Nick might be in some trouble here. She's going in, but she doesn't quite look like she has the ability to do so, maybe. Follow-up, though, comes in from Syndicate, takes out Crabs Sorgar. A lot of damage, though, about to be pumped out onto Elle, indeed, and onto Syndicate as well from Harry Potter. Starting to peep on the sniper. Syndicate trying to get out of range, but is in assassinate range now, it looks like, especially with the Rubik following up onto him. Do they have vision of him? They do, because Rubik is chasing, but they have gone through the trees. He's breaking his ankles. And they have caught him finally. He pops the smoke on himself, but the Rubik misses him. The Rubik isn't able to catch him. They pop the assassinate, but he's actually able to get out of that one in the end. Holy moly.
They owe a bit of Gaben for that one. Regen Rune on Windrunner, otherwise she would be dead for sure. And the backlines, Dry Ranger and Dark Willow link up and are able to kill PA. Meanwhile,
here's the Dark Willow again. Harry Potter could be in some trouble. Doesn't have enough mana. Saved by the mana this time. Goes to the Execute. The Execute's just not quite there. Harry Potter put under by Winter's Curse. They can make a follow-up here potentially.
Nice.
Not by Winter's Curse, by Code Embrace. But is able to get out there in the end. Syndicate hit up with an Assassinate. Follow-up is not there from the team though, so he is able to walk away from that one. Still 1k gold lead per minute for no Discord notifications right now.
Yeah. This is a shellacking. It's almost an imprint level shellacking that they've done on Div 3. So
Indeed.
it looks, I mean, if you know, if the Discord notifications can keep this up into game 2, maybe we'll have a fight on our hands if they end up against our Imprint Gaming in the final. That should be quite fun, at least. That is the silver lining for stomps like these.
Indeed, and so far, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it was this team, Andy the Archons, going in as the 2nd seed, so they had done the 2nd best out of all the teams up to this point. It's interesting to see that in this game, it just hasn't materialized. Could be on the back of the stand-ins they have and no Discord notifications, but a really impressive showing so far.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, they do have Smelly, and Elle is a recent addition to the team. I believe that they drew this game 1-1, Andy the Archons in their originally. So maybe the stand-ins, or like not stand-ins, but the placements and stand-ins are sort of making the difference here, for sure. But Elle is sort of coming to her own in this team, and she's sort of taking charge.
I think it's nice to see her back on 4 or 5. You know, I think in her old, I'm pretty sure in the old team she was back to the 1 position, right? And just being back in this 4 or 5 just really suits her.
Yeah. Well, it's also that it's a new patch, and Dark Willow's good again, and she's just very comfortable with it. So,
Ag's being delivered now for Elle as well.
Yeah. Now she's just gonna pump even more damage. Maybe she hasn't gotten much. Like, she's only gotten like 2 kills in the last like 10 minutes. So I think she's a bit sad about that, and she needs more kills for sure.
Indeed, it looks like they're gonna make it go now. This could be the final push. Just one more lane of racks left for the side of Andy the Archons. They do have that Winter's Curse up now. We could see a gazillion-dollar play here that turns this game. Ideally, you want someone caught next to the Magnus and the Drow, but it doesn't look like they're going to position for that to be a thing. Promag standing well enough back. Rubik comes in here, but is hit up with the Ice Path and immediately pushed to his death. Nick not having the game we thought he'd have on this Rubik so far.
No, you were counting his blessing and telling us how great he was and how he's going to own this game. But,
I mean, it's a very nice Rubik game, but it's very hard. Oh,
Oh,
And
RP
follow
on
with the
one
RP
sniper.
onto Harry Potter, the one person you need to RP. Good catch there by Pro
Yeah.
Mike. They take out the sniper, they take out Logocentric. Crabswagaz next to go down. It's 4-man wipe, just the PA left alive. And Mega Creeps being claimed by no Discord notifications. This is an absolute stomp, and it doesn't look like there's anything you can do about Squib not even showing up to that fight.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one more lane bottom. I didn't even realize. Holy crap.
Mag and PA.
Meanwhile, it looks like the PA is going to actually take out this Magnus here. So a nice pick there, but in comes out. They do have the BKB this time on the PA, but Nick going down again on this Rubik. The Ags is going to pump in some damage. Syndicate chops down another one. BPPG just pops him down in the end there. Buyback now from the PA. No BKB this time. Can they kill L? Yes, they can. 1,500 gold. A gazillionaire. This could be a comeback fight here. They haven't taken the megas. BPPG also in some trouble here. Stolen Ice Path. He's done it. He's stolen the path of ice, but it's not enough because they do end up chopping down this PA who is now dead without buyback. Harry Potter is back. Can he do enough to kill BPPG? Buyback now from Krabs Ga, but it just seems like the sniper is going to die too quick. So it's Wyvern versus the world. The creeps are knocking on the door. They still have the Aegis on this Drow Ranger. So this might be all she wrote, Mr. Leaves.
Yes, and it is a GG coming out on Harry Potter. Nice sort of play there by Squib to just sort of farm up the BKB and just wait for his timing, not die with the rest of his team top, and just sort of go for it once he got BKB. Because he was able to get 2 kills there. But a nice RP at the end by Pomag. The sniper just going on the hero that needs to be done. Alright, got to Castoon. Nice, nice.
Okay, so guys, after slightly one-sided game 1, it is a decisive victory for no Discord notifications. We're going to give the people 5 minutes to relax, to Krav some time to beat up his cats. And we'll see you in 5 minutes for game 2 of this series. Reminder, a knockout series, Annie the Archon's tournament life is on the line right now. We'll see you here soon. Ladies and gentlemen, everything in between after a very rough game one for the side of Andy and the Archons. We are live with game 2 of the knockout stages of Division 3 of the Irish Dota League Season 4. Run and Tell taking you through this one alongside Malou as well as Mr. No Leaves in my analyst position. And in the Archons coming into this as favorites, but very much so, maybe on the account of some stand-ins. You know, they are missing their Archon player, have replaced it with a Guardian. No disqualification stand-ins, played a Stormer that game. We're going to see if they can keep it up for this game. No Leaves, what did you make of that first game?
No discourage notifications got 2 heroes that they really wanted. And in my expert analysis opinion, Andy and the Archons have correctly banned them, the Dark Willow and the Jakiro. So it's going to be a completely different support setup for no discord notifications, which means the lane should go a lot better for Andy. I think these are the 2 best heroes on that, like on no discord notifications. So I'm happy to see them banned. And that can just change everything. We'll see what happens now. Andy and Archons now hitting into their reserve time for their 3rd ban.
Indeed. If you weren't with us just there, just a reminder, the Dark Willow, I believe, went 15-2 last game. So getting rid of that early feels like a nice thing to do, huh?
Yeah, 15-2. She was only the 2nd most damage in the game, behind the Drow. So it's a support.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always room to improve, Dragon Knights, just I mean, this is what you like to do when you lose a game. You're just like, okay, just forget all their previous bans and just ban whatever they picked, and it'll be a completely different game no matter what. Even though they might just pick the broken stuff like Dragon Knights, but whatever, we'll deal with it. But this time they decide to sort of mix and match. They ban out the Dragon Knights and the 2 heroes that they won with. So
I'm seeing the Abaddon make its way through. No Abaddon ban as of now. Abaddon could be really, really tasty here.
I really expect Abaddon to be banned by no discord notifications. They don't really pick it, and I don't think ProMike plays it. Smelly could play it, but they don't have. They do have first pick. I don't think they first pick an Abaddon. I don't think they're comfortable enough to do that. And I would say Andy might first pick the Abaddon if they're able to get it. I'm not sure if they. I think we'll see if Andy. I don't think Andy are going to ban it either, because I don't think they're going to no discard going to first pick it. So
the Lina ban is interesting. A hero that's really fallen off this patch. So Lights either let through, Abaddon let through, Marta let through. A lot of really good heroes this patch available for no discord notifications right now.
Yeah, that Lina ban I feel like was just like, oh, we've taken a 1 minute to ban a hero. Let's just ban anything. Who cares? And they do ban the Abaddon, which I think is they're not going to pick it up, so I think it's a smart choice. If you're not going to first pick it, just ban it. So it's going to be a support hero and no discord notifications. I'm not sure if they're going to pick up the smelly hero, something like a Lion or Witch Doctor, or if they're just going to pick up the L hero. Actually, L does play Abaddon, but she is playing the 4 here. I don't think she'll like to play a 4 Abaddon. So we'll see if they're going to pick up like maybe a Mirana for L instead.
Mirana here feels quite good. A really good hero of the patch. Of course, with that new Meteor facet applying that blind, really, really obnoxious to play into as any support that relies on right clicks.
Yeah, for sure. Mirana's gone up quite a bit now. Oh, here we go.
Shaman. That'll
Okay.
be smelly, one would presume.
Yeah, I would presume it could be a 4, but I would presume it's just a smelly. It's just a sort of stable support hero. So yeah, not that bad hero. It's gone kind of a bit of a change now with the new 7.38. It removed the cluster clock facet, but now it's got chicken fingers as its facet. So you just right click someone and hexes them for 1 second. It's really, really annoying. And now instead you just buy the shard to get your upgraded play. Bounty Hunter coming out and Andy and the Archons. I am curious if this is going to be an Andy position 4 Bounty Hunter, or if it's going to be a Nick Bounty Hunter. I'm not quite sure if I've seen anyone play Bounty Hunter on the Steam Force. It's just going to be a new pickup for them as well.
It's obviously a hero that's fallen off substantially this patch, but the reason it's fallen off is because of the number of Sentry Wards not available to them. Now, in a bracket in which players are slightly less experienced, that number of Sentry Wards has less precedence, so it could still be quite a good pickup here.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just wants to be, like, he was quite annoyed maybe that game just getting killed constantly, and now he just wants to be the annoyer. He just wants to get in there, steal gold, and just like piss the discord notifications off. Because track did get nerfed quite a bit, the damage amplification and the speed bonus you get was nerfed, but now you get more gold if you go the facet that gives you gold if you attack people. So maybe that's just what he wants to do. He just wants to pilfer people's pockets. OT and Venomancer ban on notice notifications, just matching what they banned out previously. I'm not quite sure why they banned these heroes out. Veno is meh and OD is meh, but whatever. They're both annoying heroes, so if you're annoyed by them, just ban them out.
It could just be that they know their offlane is fucked, so they're like, if we can win our offlane and not allow them to do this Veno Jungle 4 bullshit. I think that's what Pro Mike is saying right now. I do not want to deal with a level 10 Veno at 9 minutes. I just want to play normal Dota. They banned the Mag as well. I know Andy the Archon's taken that away from Pro Mike.
Yeah, Pro Mike has picked it twice now. He seems fairly comfortable on it. There's only a few RPs last game, but it didn't matter. Mag just had to do his thing, and he just held on to the RP a lot as well. And it's just fine because you don't have to use the spell, and it's just scary enough that they have it still. That there's no play for Andy the Archons to make of it, whatever level play they put last game, and they're going to pick up the line now. So it's probably going to be a Nick line and perhaps a Bounty Hunter then.
Yeah, it would seem like it. Two decent supports. Lion, another hero that's been hit quite poorly this patch. Once again, the reason he's been hit is interesting. Lion no longer with the ability to pop illusions with the mana suck, which was one of the reasons he was getting picked up previously. So opens them up, especially with the Bounty Hunter, opens up to quite a nice illusion carry picker if they want to. But of course, my big question is the pause one, you still have a lifestealer in this pool. It is good enough where you can just slam it, especially since the support duo has already been shown and neither of them are particularly apt dealing with lifestealer.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's a big difference between Div 3 and Div 2 and Div 1 is that these guys pick up the supports first all the time, whereas I think in Div 1 and Div 2, you just pick up your offlaners, your carries, because they're broken. And you're like, okay, I'm just going to pick this. I'm going to pick Tiny first pick. And then what are you going to do about it? Lifestealer first pick. What are you going to do? Legion and Sapphire. Okay, this is the other hero that L plays. And Legion on BPG, or not BPG, Pro Mike. I like these two pickups a lot. Big duel into Mortem Skisses combo will just kill anyone. And it's just a big tanky offlaner who they are going to have a tough time killing. And Legion is also going to be able to purge track with her W as well.
It's also quite nice because we saw so many deaths on that off lane last game that if they are able to rotate that Legion up and get some early kills, that snowball could grow quite quickly. And to counteract the Legion commander, we see the Dawnbreaker picked up.
Yeah, this hero has been hit quite a bit within their farmer. It's okay now. I don't think it's amazing. I would have liked to see a Tide Hunter. I think a Tide Hunter is pretty good. Big tanky boy who can just sit in the lane and farm, and there's nothing you can really do about it. But Dawnbreaker, a bit of a more versatile hero. He can sort of go in sports, probably kill the Shadow Shaman if she gets on top of him, but just a fine hero, but not as good as it was. Got quite in their fan. Quite a bit.
Okay, Carry Potter Invoker comes out. So Invoker, an interesting hero this patch. Now, the primary way that's been seen to play Invoker this patch is the Exort build. The thing about this, and why I don't like this pick, is that the Exort Invoker is entirely reliant upon Sunstrike kills to work. It does not lane well, it does not farm well, its attack damage is minuscule due to the changes made to Invoker. So you need kills to be happening in other lanes for this Invoker to have any sort of a lane whatsoever.
Okay, but you know why I like this pick? Because it shows confidence. This is not the pick of a team that just went 4 and whatever 40 in the previous game. They're like, I'm just going to slam this hero. It's an elimination game. Lose one game, we're out. I don't care. I'm going to pick Invoker because I like it, and I'm just going to hit some strikes, and that's all. That's going to be my business. I'm just going to win the game that way. And Klink's coming out on notice notifications, and this is, I suspect, is going to be a mid Klinks because it's a bit of a weird hero. It's not very good. So this seems like right up Syndicate's alley. Just play this hero mid for whatever reason.
Yeah, and picking into Bounty Hunter feels a little tricky too. It does have a really nice connect up with Legion Commander in that it once again, like the Snapfire, something is caught by that duel. The amount of damage they have to put into it is substantial as hell. The changes made to Strafe shall be interesting to see. We haven't seen it at all in any of my pubs, but also so far in ESL. So kind of a new quantity on this Klinks. I'm unsure what to expect. Bad, I assume.
Yeah, I used to love Klinks, but now I don't really know what the build is now on Klinks. He's been changed quite a bit as well. He's got new suppressive fire and comfort step have been changed a bit. and you can now like put Tower Bomb and autocast and stuff like that, but it's still not a great hero. But it can, you can get Orchids, you get your level. If you put mid, you get your levels fast. You get your Orchid or Deso or whatever the hell you want, and then you can just like rotate and probably pick up these bounties and lions pretty easily. So maybe that'll happen, or maybe he'll just get stumped by Invoker mid and he'll be useless. So we'll see.
One ban left, no Discord notifications, most likely going to be either the Slark or the PA. You don't really like playing Legion Commander into Slark, so that would make a lot of sense here. But of course, the PA last game, despite it being a pretty doomed game, Squib, definitely a standout performance, so wouldn't be surprised to see that banned.
Yeah. And once again, Tiny being ignored. I'm not sure if there are like, maybe if you're a higher MMR player and you can say actually Tiny's not good, why do you expect this hero to be picked? But I'm just confused as hell. Like, why is Tiny just not being first picked, first banned, or like in either of these games? But interesting to see is that Andy and the Archons have banned out Storm and Huskar, which means they think this is going to be a carry Clinks, which might surprise them based on their next pick up. And so Faceless Void coming out in the Discord notifications. Another hero that I've not seen quite a lot. But they do have,
I guess with the Cataclysm with Invoker, they're just worried about the wombo combo.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. I mean, it's the only way, right? They need a big combos.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they. Yeah. Because Faceless Void is such a meta hero as well. And it is a Slark, and I really like the Slark pickup. One of the 3 or 4 heroes that I think are just super good on carry right now, along with Lifestealer and Tiny and Dragon Knights. So I'm happy to see one of the 4 of those 4 in this game, because I think this BBPG has played this before and he's owned with it as well. So
and that was before they made him better. What's more, it's very good at Dawnbreaker. It can purge off the Cold Snap from Invoker. It is somewhat susceptible to a line if the line plays it right, but with a lot of defense here from the Legion Commander with the purges, with the Shadow Shaman, with the stuns, feeding like a very nice Slark lane. Also, just Shaman Slark as a lane is pretty gross. And the final pick of Andy Darkers is the Tiny, the carry Tiny.
Yay! They've done it.
So happy.
They picked the hero. Unfortunately, I think Stark is really good against Tiny. Isn't it?
Oh.
Am I crazy?
Of course, because he has a craggy exterior. Why would
yeah. Or am I thinking of Lifestealer?
I would say it probably makes sense as far as his burst damage is enough to take out the Slark sometimes, but the other way around is also the case where if the Slark is not caught immediately, can just start clicking on Tiny over and over again. So
yeah.
In terms of like classic matchups.
Yeah. This is fine. This is actually fine for Tiny. Like Tiny's happy about this. For sure to go against Slark. I'm pretty sure this is fine. I was thinking of Lifestealer actually. The way this matchup goes. Slark is I'm seeing double here. Are you seeing double of Slark?
No.
Oh, it's only on my game. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting 2 models. Oh yeah, you see two Snapfires. Look at them. 2 whatever they're called. 3. Oh my god.
Mortimers.
Mortimers.
Anyway, looking at this draft, what do you make of it so far? No leaves. Who are you calling for this game too?
I think it's pretty even split, because I have no idea who's going to win mids between Invoker and Clinks. These are both sort of this. It feels like it's a very easy. I don't know. It could go either way for sure. It's just like well, I mean that's stupid for me to say because it's a completely skill-based game. Like of course it can go either way. But I kind of like these draft a little bit more. But the way they played last game, we saw that last game as well, and they lost like 4-30 or something like that. So maybe that's going to happen again this time. Maybe I say actually, no Discord notifications have won the draft, and now it's going to be an even game or something like that.
I think I'm going to call it for no Discord notifications purely because what I said earlier about the Invoker, of course it's an unknown quantity knowing about Clinks' ability to lane mid, but what is known is the fact that this Invoker has only 45 damage at level 1 now, and really needs kills to happen in the other lanes. And I think that their other lanes are not set up for that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see quite a few Invokers going mid. Like, I mean, they are Invoker players, so they'll go mid with Invoker even if Invoker had 0 damage anyway. So
yeah, but as I said, it's based upon your lanes going well, right? Like that's the whole thing with this hero right now.
Yeah.
This smoke rotation coming out now from Andy and the Archons moving in towards this rune spot. It's going to be a 5-5 at engagement. They have a shaman on one side, they have a lion on the other, so some stuns coming out either way. Syndicate caught at the back of this, not hit by the ground target there from Nick. Nick doesn't connect there with the line, but it does push them out. Lag, all chatted by Nick. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, right. Comes up and Krausaga. Some good team unity, obviously. Crab in a very good mood after the first game, I'm sure.
Andy, I'm sure, is just like he's just supporting his team to his fullest here. I know that was kind of unfortunate. It's kind of not Lion's fault. What happened there is Stark saw him because he's night vision, so he just instantly backed away. If Stark didn't have night vision, he wouldn't have seen him, and Lion would have actually been able to get that stun off. But unfortunately, it was just the Stark that he happened to run into.
They're setting a trap here for this Lion, BPG. Oh no, instead he's going to take it away. But a stun. That is pretty good. They do stop him from going to him. That's an interesting decision.
That is kind of huge. That's really huge now because he's gonna miss the whole first wave, and he's walking so slowly through the river. And this river does not make you fast. He's not like a Starler or something. So he's gonna get right
Invoker
twice.
Just clicking him twice.
Yeah,
You get a total of 36 damage.
I mean, it all adds up. It all adds up. Okay, Stark's gonna miss the whole wave, and that's the problem that we saw last game. Is that the offlaner had a really rough start, but now she's gonna have full wave, except Smelly is going to deny the range creep somehow 2v1. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me, but whatever. PPG, yeah,
very well played. Going straight in. Looks like the Slark is okay with this. Is hit up with a stun out from Krausaga, so isn't able to do more than that, but Logocentric needs to be really careful this lane into the Slark, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's the same as last game, because even last game there was a point where Doom was just able to sit there and not die, but he didn't get farm. In this lane, Dawn can die. Dawn can just get jumped on by Stark, and if the one thing with Stark is you just do not want to give him Agi early on, and it should be very hard for Stark to kill him, but it is possible for sure with the Shadow Shaman. Once they're level 2 or 3. Oh, never mind. Maybe just
to get a bit of Agi jump in from the Slark out onto this big Dawnbreaker, but it's paused there because Krausaga just stop, and he gets the stun out from that creep. But Krausaga, he is body blocking up a storm. He has saved the life of that Dawnbreaker. Incredible place in the bounty there. Bottom lane, Nick almost goes down this line as well, but Krausaga with the absolute plays of dreams, even with the secret agent Centaur trying to halt his destiny.
Yeah, I think Logo owes Andy a beer there because he stunned Stark right at the perfect time, and he was able to body block the two of them, saving Logocentric's life. I'd like to see Logocentric just sort of get your tangos and maybe get like an early soul ring.
No tangos right now on Logocentric. So that is the issue right now.
Yeah, he's also going a double bracer, which might make him like tanky enough, but I'd like to just see him go like soul ring and just sort of sit far behind, press your W every soul ring, heal up with tangos.
Hang on, go now on Krausaga. Could be in some trouble here on this little bit of the bounty, but there's no vision available. So he does manage to get out of that one, but now he also is forced out of it. He has a lot of regen this lane, has gone for the wand and the tangos, so he's going to be fine, but now 3 range creeps going into the back pocket of that Slarky Poos.
Yeah, can we see the last hits in the nice? I'm interested in seeing on what. Oh, look at this! The Invoker, who's got like whatever negative 30 damage, is still trading evenly with Clinks, although it is a Clink, so I'm not sure how good that lane is meant to be. Anyway,
indeed, go now onto Logocentric again. He does have that big fruit, so does manage to survive for a moment here. PPG though building up a lot of stacks. Logocentric needs to be careful going back in here. If they get another stun up, doesn't look like they will. Krausaga knows they don't have sentry vision here, so can do as he pleases. Smelly really needs to get some more words in ASAP Rocky to get rid of that.
She has a sentry, so she just got on the courier, so she should be able to. She should know there's a sentry there, and maybe they'll divorce her, maybe they'll fight for it, or maybe she'll just wait for the lane kit to get pushed out and then do it. No. Are they going again? Top?
Indeed, going on to Krausaga, taking a lot of right clicks here. PPG chasing down fast pursuit, but doesn't quite have the tools to finish off this kill. So once again, lots of plinking, but no kills so far. 4 minutes in, and Logocentric having a much nicer start to this game. Of course, still suffering in those last hits and denies, but that's about it. Kai Potter, meanwhile, starting to face a lot of right clicks coming out from this Clinks, but still holding his own 15-5 on this Invo. Doing a pretty admirable job considering the difference in damage between these two heroes, but in this top lane, still struggling to find the CS in Logocentric.
Yeah, I mean, you said he's doing better last game, but he's still bottom of the course, and also this lane is just going to get even worse as time goes on. If he doesn't get like boots or something, like some sort of survivability or something to get farm, because Stark is just going to get stronger, and eventually, the Shadow Shaman's going to be able to control them, get levels, and control them more, and they'll be able to take them down as this lane goes on. Meanwhile, what's going on bots? I haven't seen bots at all, so it just sort of seems Tiny is like happy. I mean, Squib was definitely, he kind of got screwed over by his team last game. He was given like 5 minutes to do anything. He got a BKB and got a double kill, and then that was it. The game was over. So I'd like his team to give him a little bit more time to farm up and maybe do something this game. And he's doing pretty well here. He's top of the last boards for sure.
Yeah, like not the most ideal start for Pro Mike either, all things considered. So definitely more stable lanes than last game. Indeed, only 1k separating these two teams at this moment. So you're pretty happy right now if you're Andy and the Archons. And it does seem like Squib is getting what he wants out of this lane. Looks like they're now going to try do some damage here, but Squib's top lane looks like they're going to go onto this Shadow Shaman, but a lot of damage coming out from this Slark. Pounces away. Both of them very low. They do have the Sunstrike. Can they land it? It doesn't look like they're going to make an attempt to do so.
He's got Sunstrike queued up, but he's just, well, it's only level 3. He does about, I don't even know. He does about 300 damage, so it would kill him if he lands it anytime he wants.
One stun here from Krausegar is always going to need, and they're going to fight for this Lotus. They're ready with the Sun potentially here. Does it fall down? It looks like BPG might just die without it either way. Here comes anytime now would be great. Krausegar comes up. BPG gets caught out. First blood for Carry Potter. A really nice kill there for Andy the Archons. They do lose their line in the bottom lane, but that is a trade you take all day long. Krausegar tips Carry Potter for getting that kill on BPPG.
Yeah, and he got the all-important Sunstrike last hit. It's everything he ever wanted. And that, now pick, what's it? Picked Wort. It's Wort to pick, just that Sunstrike. That's all Invoker's all about. It's not about winning. It's about hitting Sunstrikes and complaining about your team losing your game. And he's doing well so far.
Indeed, it seems like it. So far, though, a really nice start for this carry Tiny, 37 and 10, and pretty much untouched this bottom lane. Going to get quite a quick little bit of what looks like an Echo Saber coming out first on him, with alongside that shard could be very scary.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, Smelly dies to a neutral creep? Oh.
Okay, but something even more important is that Andy got the Wisdom Rune at 7 minutes exactly. He's level 4 at 7 minutes. He's going to be level 6 before 10. It's, it's just a couple of changes, make the big difference. Like ban Jakiro, ban Dark Willow, ban like the strongest supports, and suddenly the game is a lot closer than it should. Then it's as it should be. Okay.
Indeed, a lot of stacks on Slark here. Got to be careful here on Logocentric. Could be in some trouble, taking a lot of right clicks. They do have that Sunstrike still. Krausegar comes and tries to save him. Crab's going to go down as well. So 2 quick kills in this top lane. I was going to say, if the Centaur Stomp had done the last hit and Smelly still pulled off that pull, there'd be more damage on neutrals this game than heroes, which would have been fantastic. But looks like they're not going to let that be the case in the top lane. They pull their pushing wave, which is a little odd here, but obviously just wanting to farm up maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get any damage this early on. Anyway, it's only like minute 7. It's actually, that catapult's been there for a while then. But yeah, Pomac kind of low here. He's going to go in and queue, but he's fine. I mean, nothing's happening. But it seems that Tiny's obviously winning, but Legion's getting like a decent amount of farm. He's going to be happy and like get a regular duel, and Pomac is going to have a nice impact in this game, I'm sure.
Indeed, Carry Potter picking up that regen rune and immediately TPing bottom, so trying to change the tide of that bottom lane, especially now since the Legion is closing in on that level 6, recognizing that important timing. Nick walks up directly onto this Legion, gets hit up with that big tomato. In comes the throws out that little cookie, try escape from Mike, but here comes the Sunstrike, doesn't connect onto her because of the avalanche. The avalanche stops him from being able to do so. They drop that little bit of a blood grenade as well to save ProMike. So ProMike is out of this one, and Syndicate's in now. Syndicate on this Clinks, but Clinks has no mana after 1 EMP, so kind of just clicking very slowly. ProMike trying to go for the kill here onto Squib, might die for doing so, indeed does. A little bit of a grief there, and they don't have detection for this Invoker, so they actually get out so far on Squib. Can they connect with the Q? They do manage to get the tower on him, but in comes the stun from the Lion, so they don't get anything out of that in the end. So very unfortunate fight for the side of No Discord, and Anna forced to turn tail and run.
Yeah, there's like so many different things happened there. The tiny avalanche saved Legion's life, then Legion comes back in, but both he and Slinks don't have any mana, so there's actually no fight there. Even though if they had mana, they could easily turn that and probably get like Legion will survive, and they'll probably get like a kill on Tiny. And oh, Dawnbreaker go down fast.
Yeah. Syndicate comes into trouble here. Crowds the guys on him, but doesn't get the connection with that stun. So Syndicate is able to walk away. The Clink's very high level, but hasn't been able to do a whole lot with it yet. I guess we're waiting for that Orchid's timing.
Yeah, he needs mana regen or like mana in whatever way he can, because usually you used to go Arcane Rune Boots on this hero, and then you were so free for mana, and then you could do whatever you want. But Arcane Boots got nerfed, and then things became a worse hero, so now you can't really do that anymore. So you have to, but now he's gone Power Treads, which is fine. But now you need the Orchid, or you need some sort of mana regen item, otherwise.
Nick could be in some trouble here. They does have a huge stick though, so is able to stop Anna in their tracks. Out comes the Finger of Death, follow up the avalanche. Down goes Anna instead.
All right, there's your boy Nick. Get the Finger of Death kill. 10 minutes in, level 6. Very happy, very nice. And Elle not able to have as big an impact as she can as last game because Dark Willow. She's just goat on Dark Willow apparently.
Go now to Savsagado. BBG doing very well on the Slark. Has that pounce, catches the Slark with the pounce. 1 or 2 right clicks always going to need, and then down he goes, dominating. Can we see the networks now, Mr. Blue, please?
Yeah,
And
it's just
yeah,
for
5.2k on the Slark.
Yeah, he's definitely happy fella, happy little fish. It's just too rough for Andy to get into this lane without like having a sentry down, because Smelly's always had just sentries on top for like there's 2 here. She's got 1 in her inventory. Like I think Andy has to go bot or something, and we can probably do a lot more. Or like go mid, even though he can't like get a kill on Jinx, he'll like be a lot more annoying. He's almost got level 6 now, so that will enable him to be. If he just like, I'm happy for him to stay top and just get this level 6 and then maybe rotate, then it's fine.
Syndicate spotted out by the sentry. They could catch him out. Harry Potter's here. They have no vision to stop this Invoker from just using the Ghost Walk. But Syndicate, he is under vision. They do miss the Tornado. The follow-up Meatball, also a whiff, unfortunately. So all those Invoker spells not doing anything except for allowing Slark to get immediately on top of Harry Potter. Down goes Harry Potter. And now it looks like Slark's going to get another kill here. A nice little Dawnbreaker double kill here for the Slark. Andy potentially in some danger as well. Does manage to get out of the range of that sentry in the end there. So a double kill for the Slark. Keeps getting bigger on BBPG.
Yeah, that was really well played by BPVG. She just like, Dawn was right in front of him and he just ignored her and just went right to the Invoker and it's like, you're the one I want, you know, and killed the most important hero first and then turns back on the Dawn. Just smart sort of targeting there to get that kill. Otherwise that fight, you know, if he goes on Dawnbreaker first, that fight becomes a lot more scary. Oh, TP cancelled mid.
TP cancels. That's a free tower, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, Invoker, or sorry, Klinks is very good at getting towers. He can get his shards and like cut waves if the game was going bad. And, he doesn't even need like Desolator to like kill towers really fast. His tower bomb is really good at just doing that himself.
Indeed. Courier of Squib taken out here by L. Meanwhile, this top lane BPG still just Farm of a Storm. Looks like something's about to happen. Bottom lane right now. Few heroes accumulating towards this Lion and this Tiny. If they can catch them in this mines area, or the river area as it's now known, could be huge. Invis rune on Klinks, a little bit, you know, unnecessary. It's just a slower version of his ult.
Yeah, I'd rather just use his ult.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Fine. I mean, they have a sentry there. Like, why would you even have a sentry? Like, that's kind of a pretty good sentry there to just like spawn out the Klinks. And they do see him.
And they do. So they could make a difference. He's no longer under a sentry though, so he is able to walk away there. And they're out of vision, so there's not much they can do there except for stand around, stay together. Does somewhat slow the Tiny's farm, but doesn't do what Syndicate wants it to do. Harry Potter now coming in on the Invoker to try and catch out the Klinks. But the Klinks has long since left, so 3 heroes forced to farm in the same area and don't get much out of it.
Yeah, but they're going to defend this tier 1 boss, and it's going to be pretty tough.
Meanwhile, top lane, BPG, another kill onto Krav.
Okay,
Clark is getting pretty big. A lot of agi. L gets hit by the Tornado though. Follow up with the Meatball, doing a lot of damage. Throws out the jump. Very, very nice escape there. Very mobile here on the Snapfire. Looks like Logocentric also probably dead as well. I think he has that Diffu finished up on Slark now, so he's just able to kind of make food of the monster kill now for the Slark in this top lane. And it seems like even with 2 heroes there's nothing they can do about it. It's just like last game. BPG gets so big they can just leave 2 heroes against 1 and be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, Smelly has a sentry right in top lane, and Slark is able to just do whatever he wants. He's able to get free kills and bounty. And a really nice cookie there by El to just save Legion there. And the Streaker is bot, but like nothing's really happening here. They're just sort of like staring at each other. Meanwhile, Stark, he's trying to get the Wisdom Moon, but Andy, wise to last game, picks up the Wisdom again. You know, he's not going to let anyone else take that again. Syndicate gets the DD bot mid. Maybe he'll go bot. It's
also very close to that silence now. When he gets that, I think that's the moment when he starts coming to these fights, right?
Yeah, that's the rough thing about this hero. Like, it's why I don't think anyone else is picking it up. Is that okay? You need like quite a while to get an Orchid. Like, there's this huge time where the enemy mid is basically not that good, you know, and is not able to really do that much. He's more basically an annoyance. But once he gets Orchid, he's able to make solo plays. He's able to like pick off any of these other heroes, and you can do a lot more then. So it's only going to get a little bit harder for any of the Archons as this game goes on, as they hit at 8k gold leads now, no Discord notifications. Andy just hitting track, and Stark just keeps getting rid of it over and over again.
Yeah. He has the Mage Slayer and the Diffuse finished on Stark at this point. He's absolutely ginormous. Like, even with the Tiny, I think he's hard to kill. So, rightfully so, they've rotated up the whole kit and caboodle, but they've just dodged the gank. So, all they can do is farm minimal camps and throw quite a lot of heroes to do so. Whereas the side of No Discord are farming the whole map.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's sort of going on. There's like no towers sort of being pressured by these movements, so I'm a little confused. Like, Shadow Shaman's a lone boss, and I'd like to Smelly to just put the wards down. Okay.
Another track just immediately put off.
It's just yeah. Go somewhere else, Andy. Please go somewhere else. Doesn't matter. Smelly, is she gonna put wards down, boss?
Oh, looks like go now mid onto Squib. A nice tornado though catches all of them. Follow up with the duel, but the duel is on top of that Invoker, and the Invoker does manage to use himself out of it, probably dead immediately thereafter. Indeed, they do so. Down goes Carry Potter. A nice kill there. Follow up Squib could be in some trouble. BPPG, hot pursuit here from the Slark. Meanwhile, on the left side, looks like they're going to try to take out the Tiny. Doesn't quite connect. Does have the diffuse in just a second. Nick, we're switching back and forth. Could take him down. BPPG does take down that Tiny, and now back onto the Lion. The Lion is dead as well. It's a 3-for-0 in favor of the side of No Discord. Andy does TP now, but it's a little bit too late. Drops a track onto Slark for good order.
Yeah, there was no Solar Guardian out by Dawnbreaker. I think she could have definitely saved maybe Tiny, because Stark was just following Tiny and just waiting for his defusal to come up and kill him, and there was nothing Tiny could do about that. As well as at the start of that fight, Smelly went bot and just put down the wards and got a free tier 1 bot, so they lose 2 towers in that exchange. So now Andy and the Archons have lost every single tier 1 tower.
Oh no, he's here. My food, my kingdom for my food. Does drop the Dawnbreaker ult this time.
Okay. Save his life. That's fine. Well worth it.
It does mean they won't have it for this next fight, though.
I mean, if you're not going to use it the last fight, you know, might as well just use it to save yourself. There's a Tormentor, guys. Why don't you do Tormentor? Guys, Tormentor. No? Oh.
They don't wanna. Smell it.
Okay.
Not the player. It's the objective.
No.
I think they can see those blue. Okay, good. Don't want any bias calls coming out against our cast tonight. Carry Potter and the Lion holding up this lane, but VVG is in. He's got the diffuse onto Carry Potter. He drops off that dust as well, but a really nice use and a lot of stuns coming out from the Lion. This might be enough damage, not quite enough. He heals too quickly with that Mage Slayer, not taking any magic damage whatsoever. They've now managed to catch him with Squib though, doing a lot of damage. Does dodge out that Sunstrike, but Kravsga is here. He's saying, gotcha, bitch. Finally, but he manages to get rid of the track again, but does get rid of the little Shuriken toss. Krav gets his revenge. In comes the duel onto Carry Potter, so Carry Potter goes down. Out comes the silence, out from this Clinks. It's on top of this Dawnbreaker. They have the stuns as well. Kravsga, last one to go down here, it looks like, but a huge avalanche takes out Syndicate. And Pro Mike also in some trouble here from all the damage from this Tiny manages to stay alive throughout all of this. And L forced to turn tail, tried to run away from this Tiny who was having a fantastic fight, a 3-for-2 so far. The most successful fight we've seen so far from Andy and the Archons this series. It looks like it's going to be a 3-for-3 at the back of this. A nice stun there though from somebody, gives up her life to save her friend. Is there friendship quite like it, folks? I do not know. But meanwhile, no, it's not friendship. It's what's going on right here. Lots of damage being pumped out by this Snapfire. The two besties, Smelly and Anna, saving each other, getting the kills. But Pro Mike, he isn't so lucky. Smelly, that is ambitious as fuck. I'm gonna be honest. And they drop a Guardian. Fucking game. Whatever, man.
Oh, here comes Slark. Here we go.
Here comes Slark. He's gonna do something. He's right clicking. Carry Potter does manage to drop down that Will it be enough? It doesn't look like it will be. Just get the disarm. 1 more second till Slark has another pounce, though. Going to use it to go up high ground. Kai Potter is spotted. Not quite. So does manage to get out of that one. So a very prolonged fight, which ends up being in favor of Andy and the Archons.
Yeah, somehow. Okay, thank you, Fight Recap, for making sense of that fight. I think the big thing is that Kravsvaga got like 1600 gold from killing the Slark. The Slark almost died instantly. If he didn't get his ult off, he would have died before that tornado. He would have died instantly at the start of the fight, and it could have been even worse for No Discord Notifications because he just walked up there like he owned the place, but ended up in this crazy fight that ended up for 3. So Andy and Archons showing a lot of life there, showing a lot of spunk, just fighting there, considering the deficit they're at the moment.
Indeed, they do have these ginormous stacks, which are now being very slowly taken by BPG. Going to bring him toward that Aghanim Scepter as well. Huh?
Sorry?
What?
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
Oh, yeah. They're spotting it out, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything about it unless they sneak the bounty in, but too far away
Sunstrike?
to do anything about this. Sunstrike, maybe? It doesn't look like it.
The most insane Sunstrike of the IDL? No? I mean, it is 20 minutes, so the Rosh on the spot. I'd like to see No Discourage just go for this Rosh. There is a ward on NDA's side for it, but I think Clinks is pretty good against doing Rosh fast. Sark with with Orchid and stuff like that and Tire Bomb. So I'd like to just see a bit more objective taking by No Discord because they're in this sort of like weird spot at the moment. Clink should know that he's trapped and he's just gonna get out there, kills his career.
So far, not seeing the benefits of this Clinks, but as you said, going to start getting big now. I assume the Bloodthorn is the next thing on the menu.
I'm not sure what to get on new Clinks. When I played this hero, I'd always just go shards and just cut waves constantly, and then just get so farmed just from that. And I'd go like Desolator, and you just press your shards and you just kill so many people. But it's
So you're
a lot worse
saying
now.
you'd cut waves and not go with your team, Mr. No Leaves?
Yeah. It was so much fun. It was so
I
good
haven't
against
seen this
pubs.
before.
In pubs, it was so good against pubs, but now it's like not as good anymore. So you can't really do that. You have to go like null. I think you go Nullifier, Bloodthorn, and then you just like kill one person, and then that's sort of it. But he could go Deso. He could go like Lance would help him a little bit, just like do more damage, or BKB, and then you can eventually just get BKB and just stand. Like he's more of a team fighter, like actually a team fighter than who just stinks in and out now, than than he was before.
Indeed. Still level 11 on this Invo as well, which means it's going to be a while before they get that really important 15 and 20 talents, but still doing quite well, all things considered, on this Invoker. With something like a Cataclysm in the fight, with this Tiny being as big as he is. Hang on, jump in here now onto Nick. Nick gets caught out almost immediately by PPG. They try to do some damage onto this Tiny. He's caught up in a huge amount of mass Serpent Wards. Duel comes out. Down goes the Tiny. A really good fight so far. Cancelled Dawn ulti by the Silence coming out from this big All Clinks. We said we wanted to see his impact, and see it we have with a 4-for-0 in this bottom lane.
Oh, that's just so unfortunate there. He's the first one who dies, and their Dawnbreaker is just like too much into the fight, so she's not able to get Dawn or ult off and like just sort of heal and help the team out. And the very nice duel by Pomark as well, coming into his own here. I was just about to say, I was looking at the levels, and Andy was the second highest level in the game, but I don't think that's true anymore. A Stark is going to get tornadoed here, and he can't go on Harry Potter.
Indeed. Instead, just likely to take this mid tower. Could circle back into Roche now, realistic with these death timers, although they are very low with how early into the game we are. We do have a completed Aghanim Scepter on BPG now, which does enable him to chase that Invoker even after a Tornado now, though, which is a little bit scary.
Yeah, he's just going to be more mobile and more of a threat. And it's just going to be even harder and harder. Like, they're going to need Nick to like stun him before Dark Pact and all sorts of things. He's also got Shard on Stark, so he's got like he's got all the items he needs. The Mage Slayer, Diffusal, Eggs, and Shard. And after that, like the BKB is just like a luxury item to like just secure the win pretty much.
Logocentric suffering quite a lot this game as well, behind Smelly on that Shaman again.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just sort of. I mean, the way that I see a lot of people play Dawn is that they sort of concentrate on farming, and then just wait and use ults for the right time. Like it's nice that he's in the fights to like use his spells like immediately and not just like like AFK farming somewhere else, and like like then not then seeing the fight happen and it goes badly, and then just not ulting in and then being useless like that. Like, he's trying to do a lot of stuff here, but it's just like not working out for him because he's with his team a lot. He's not concentrating on farming, and the Tiny also is going S and Y instead of the Revenant's Poach as well. Poach is kind of a new thing. You go on Tiny, you usually get Echo, Shards, and like you can go S and Y or you can go Poach, but I'd like to see Poach just because I'd like to see some more damage coming out for Tiny. Like, he is the damage dealer in this team. Like,
out here, Klink's behind him. There's also Krabsugard directly behind Syndicate. A bit slow to go. Doesn't seem like they want to necessarily, and doesn't get anything in the end for that rotation, despite it looking somewhat scary there for a moment.
yeah, he's got Desto now on Clinks, so he can probably, if it was just one of them alone, he definitely would have gone for that, and maybe he would have solo killed them. It would have been nice to see the threat that Clinks can show.
Harry Potter comes in, tries to do some damage, gets the disarm out to Slark. Slark taking a lot of damage. BBG could be dead at the start of this fight, and indeed he is, because he jumps into the meatball. No, he manages to escape just about in time. Out come the Mortal Kisses, though. They're doing so much damage. Squib dies instead at the start of this fight. Smelly with a triple kill from these wards. This Shaman popping off in that fight alongside all the spread damage from that Clinks. Even without the Slark in the fight, they are unable to take any of these heroes from the side of No Discord.
Yeah, that was almost a 3v5, and they just won that. Like, the Stark was out immediately, Legion wasn't in the fight, and the Shadow Shot, the other three just like.
We see the fight recap? Yeah, the damage from L's kisses, plus those Shaman wards, plus the straight from the Clinks, it just was too much circular damage, you know?
Yeah.
Too many Venn diagrams.
Exactly. It should be square. You shouldn't be allowed to overlap your Morning Kisses. It should be singular damage. No Venn diagrams allowed.
Indeed, and they get another tower out of this, that mid tower going down, just one tier 2 standing, so could be nice here potentially to go for the Roche. They're in perfect position to do so. They're far enough ahead. They're facing down that classic 1 tier 2 left, push in that tier 2, take that final tower, take the following racks. Could be their game plan here, right?
Yeah, that should be the game plan, but we see teams kind of ignore Tormentor, they ignore Roche quite a bit, and they just decide to go high ground, and that makes the games a lot more fun, because sometimes like going high ground is very difficult, and that leads to throws and games go on. That leads to some teams winning that maybe shouldn't, but also leads to maybe games going on 20 minutes longer than they should. We'll see which happens in this game if they decide to, but thankfully they're not.
Oh, Mike comes in, goes immediately on to Krabsugard. They should have known this vision was there based on the fact that an archer is slowly clicking down a sentry ward, but Mike is unable to get that kill. Smelly jumps in, she uses the Hex, but not in a hero, but does get the shackles off onto a hero. Syndicate able to pick up Krabsugard there, and importantly, Syndicate now also has finished up a Desolator, so this push is about to get a lot faster.
Yeah, that just shows confidence. Mike jumps in 1v4, Jules up, and then Andy Narcon Stark to do nothing. The Stark jumps in.
Stark is on top of him. He jumps over him somehow. I don't know how that happens, but they do still manage to take out that line. A lot of damage coming in from the Tiny, though. Could potentially chop down this Stark, and indeed he does, but Anna's Kisses raining from above does manage to take out 3 heroes in the end there, but they lose their Slark, and as such are forced to back up this push. As you said, sometimes not taking Aegis does just extend these games beyond their natural limits.
Yeah, if Stark had Aegis, this would be completely different, because Stark would have respawned and probably killed like Squib or Harry Potter there. But that was a huge Donald that got that kills on both of them there, because they just dove too far. They didn't respect the Donald enough, and Don gets the ult in, gets a double stun, is able to use her combo and gets the 2 kills. So I'd like to see Dara just back off, but instead they're just going to fight over sentries for...
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go in now onto this Krabsugard. Indeed, he is dead. Chopped almost immediately on that bounty, and I'm hearing the noises that man is making right now.
That's sad.
He's blaming someone for not walking in with them to D-ward. It's exactly what's going on.
I would kind of agree with that, because he was just Clinks there, and... maybe some of your teammates should be a bit more responsive and be like, oh, okay, he's just sort of on his own there. We should actually, punish this, even though maybe they can't kill the Clinks. We should definitely not allow our bounty to die. Because otherwise, what are disc notifications going to do? They're just going to, if they're any good, they'll just back up and go Roche and get it for free, and there's nothing Andy can do about that. Any Narcons can do about that. But no, Syndicate's going to get a DD and walk out and try and get some solo kills.
Yeah, Logan Centric could be in some trouble here if he walks forward. Syndicate might not even let that happen. Come in the back, perfectly avoiding seeing any heroes here at this point, but 3 heroes now standing there. They have the ward behind, but Yeah, literally does an exact helicopter circle around any of the heroes, but now they do see the D ward in the cliff, could do something about that. Instead, choose to the safe play, go for this top lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a good thing he didn't find that line, because Domberger could have ulted in, and he was kind of far from his team, and the rest of the anti-Archons were pretty close, so that could have been bad, but anti-Archons are all going to TP top, hit this, it's going to hit the tower.
Squib gets hit up with that Bloodthorn, but there's not much follow-up. Hang on, in comes BPPG though, able to do a lot of damage. Out comes the Sunstrike. Sunstrike does kill this Clinks. So a really nice early kill to start this fight off, but a lot of damage being pumped up by this Shaman onto that Invoker means that that might be all she wrote for this fight. We might be waiting another minute into this game, Mr. No Leaves.
Yeah, that's what we call baited by the DD. You're like 20k gold ahead, you get too cocky, and you don't respect the blink stun.
Jumping hit the line, but I think he's just gonna go down for this one, unfortunately. A nice track kill, but there's a good follow-up. Unfortunately, they do stack both of those, but BPPG now is on top of them. He could take a lot of damage here. He needs to be a little bit careful. There's a lot of heroes there, buddy. He gets disarmed now by the Invoker, trying to do as much damage as he can. Ana coming in with the kisses. They're on top of the Tiny, but they aren't doing enough damage quite yet. They do manage to take out Smelly. Logocentric goes down as well. Out comes the damage. Once again, this little fire engine that could, this Hoodwink is doing a huge amount in this fight. And down goes Squib. Follow up now on to Andy. Andy is in this fight, but not for long. Hit up with that dust. He is the last man left surviving. And indeed, he won't tell the story of the Forgotten Archons. Down he goes. A 5-for-2 overall in that fight.
Yeah, Tiny was able to jump the Shadow Shaman, but the foul play just lets her live a little bit longer. And Sapphire and Shaman between them are able to get Tiny down low, and then Legion is able to clean up the kills.
And the damage on Sapphire there. Sorry, just look at that damage graphic.
Yeah.
That map owned that fight.
Yeah, and that was just all damage put on or Tiny. And it's like when you're the main damage dealer, like you're sort of there as a carry, seeming like, guys, can you help me? I should not be.
Jump in now onto this Lion. No save for him whatsoever. So Lion will not be part of this defense any longer. And another duel victory onto professional Michael as well.
All right, who needs Roche? Who needs Tormentor when you can just like kill them? You know, that's what I like to see.
I remind you, this is a knockout game. The souls of Andy and the Archons are on the line. A team they're coming into this as Seed 2 against the Seed 4 of the no Discord notifications. They need this win to stay alive. They are backs against the wall right now. Their Div 3 dreams lie in the balance, and they go to the Roche!
Okay.
Holy moly!
What the heck? This is not good. This game is going to end quicker. No. Oh, I mean...
Oh no, my legs aren't really sore.
Yes, yeah, you don't need a rest.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Come on, guys, let's go for a game free. You know.
Oh Jesus Christ, I think I'd die. Roche being taken now from the side of the no Discord notifications. They have this Desolator up. It's going to do a lot of damage out of this Klink. It's going to take down this Roche in fast manner. Aegis likely to go into the Slark, and indeed he does take it.
Yeah, and they're going to smoke up and just get right back into mid. I mean, the nice thing about leaving Roche so long is that they're so strong that they take it quite fast, whereas before it would have taken like a minute to do it. Oh, Pomac's going to run into them.
Ready for the jump. He jumps in immediately on to Harry Potter, with the Lincoln stops it, but not enough to stop Syndicate. Down goes Harry Potter. That is an Invoker no more. A nice pick for the start of your fight.
Yeah, and that is 2v5. And
no buyback on the Invoker as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's just chat mode, you know. Legion and Clinks just won in there 2v5. The rest of the team are all bots, and it doesn't matter. They just kill the Invoker, and there's nothing Andy's team can do about it, unfortunately. I'd really like to see a Blade Mail coming out from Dawnbreaker, because there's just so much like chaos in these fights and like so much residual damage. I'd just like to see something like, okay, he's going Ags. He's just going pure support. I'm going to heal people and try and save people's lives in this game.
Worth knowing, there's actually no buybacks on any of the Andy the Archons boys, because they've spent out. They realize they're so far behind. They aren't winning these fights. If they die once, they're probably dead twice. So now the siege is enabled onto this high ground. They throw the stump on the line. It doesn't connect. Promag goes in for the jump onto Crab Swagad. Doesn't connect on it. They are quite slow at taking these towers until Syndicate gets here. A lot of damage onto PPG, but he has the Aegis this time. Jumps in onto Krabsuga, doesn't see him because of the lack of vision, but he does see Logocentric, and Logocentric goes down. Andy going down thereafter. Kisses come out. Nick taking a lot of damage. Could go down here on the line. One more right click's always going to need, but a really nice tornado there stops it. Not enough, though, to stop the kill onto the line. So now it's another layer of racks. Only 2 heroes left alive. Buyback gained by Andy during that fight from the damage and the kills. PPG still with that Aegis. able to jump in with reckless abandon. And Andy on the buyback could be in some trouble here. Does manage to just about get out on that. Oh, I spoke too soon. He walks back in and down goes the bounty hunter. Follow up now onto this Carry Potter. They're doing a lot of damage from Squib, but it's not enough to even tickle this Slark. So they're saying, okay, you're not going to give us the Invoker. We'll take your Tiny instead. And Tiny goes down. No buyback on Tiny. GG is called. Andy and the Archons are eliminated. And no Discord notifications. Go forward to the finals of Division 3. What do we make of that, Mr. Leaves? The game is over.
Pretty cool. I think this team is going to put up a fight to whoever's in the finals. I know Imprint are probably the favorites to go to the finals in the other semifinals, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Because, okay, you can't.
Oh, no.
Oh, someone canceled the GG or something? Oh, okay.
It seems like, yeah. But this player's disconnected. It's
Yeah.
over, boys. The team is dead, unfortunately. I know this a sad day for Mr. Swagger, whose team had done so well up to this point, but
They did. Coming in C2 against the C3s, but yeah, no notifications. Maybe it's just a sentence to just put them over the edge, but they just seem a lot. I mean, it's the same story that I've seen in Div 2 and Div 1, is that teams start off sort of weak and sort of a bit all over the place, and then they just become a lot better as the games go on, and they become much more adept at like team play and stuff like that. And that's what I saw here, especially from like BPPG. He was coming online a lot quicker and like doing a lot more fights. Like
I think it's
previously
the
saw
same
him-
story as Div 1, actually, which is that a team weren't doing so well and replaced 2 players and started doing great. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. That has been us for this Div 3 game. We will catch you again soon. See you later.